Hello, I'm Silver Black from Silverpack Kingdoms, which is a paranormal, otherkins, and Therians website. This is my wolf spirit that inhabits me, my very identity, soul of my soul, also my past life, Silver. And this is my dragon. Yes, I have a dragon guardian. Although I'm not a dragon myself, I cannot tell her name, because dragons, for them it's very important not to reveal their names, because their names are their identity and power, and it would make them vulnerable to other entities. I wasn't sure at first if I should talk about these subjects, because people might accuse me of witchcraft or satanism, which is not the case. You need no religion to be the way you are, and whatever resonates with you, even if it's crazy, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people think. So yes, I'm pretty much a Narubi, which is a winged wolf, angelic of nature. Narubis can be good or evil, because angels can be good, bad, or neutral. It's not a good thing for some people, but Narubis, they come from another dimension. I remember I was a werewolf in my past life. Even if it sounds crazy to you, I don't care. It makes a lot of sense to me, because, like it or not, I do have memories, and they're crazy. No one would believe me. Even I wouldn't believe me if I didn't try to remember and make a past life regression. And so many crazy things happen to me since I'm young that I cannot, cannot explain. I was always a crazy one, right? But everyone saw me move the trees with my mind. Everyone saw me play with the weather, shut down these lights by themselves with my mind. And they've seen shit. They've seen a lot of creepy shit. There's also UFOs, and I can access a lot of I'm like a magnet for paranormal events. A magnet. So I was raised as a Christian. I cannot reveal my country or anything, because this is private to me. I am very introvert, and I love keeping some aspect of my life, well, of internet, if you may. So now, you came here for a good reason. You came here because you wanted to know more about dragons, don't you? No. Yes. Dragon power. So, while I'm talking to you, I do not think of the movements I made with the dragon. I presume the dragon inside of me is moving it without me thinking about it. So I might watch this video later and scare the shit out of myself. It's fine. I'm focused on something else right now. So, dragons, they're not what you think. They're not what you think. Dragons are majestic creatures. They can be so huge, like trees and trees up high huge. They surround you with their energy. They hide in the trees, invisible to naked eye. But then you notice that spirit, that energy through the wood that's talking you all the time. It is always talking you, because it was always with you since the beginning, even before you were born. Dragons are very reserved, and most of them do not like everybody to know more about them. They are loyal creatures, very loyal to the death and beyond. And they will always protect you, no matter what's going on. And mine protected me, even though I cannot physically always see her. And she knows that. It kind of hurts me when she goes quiet for days. But she is there with me always. Even though sometimes she has planning of her own. Dragons are really cool. The way they talk is so different. It's more like energy language, similar language to trees. Trees actually speak between themselves with when Ario, sorry for that, Aerokinesis. Anyway, I'm sorry. I lost what I wanted to say. Doesn't matter. Dragons, they're so precious, but they can be so intimidating at first. Like, I just moved into this house, and I feel stalked, man. But like, so fucking freaking stalked all the time. And it was her eyes, that she was always there. She's the dragon that was with me since I was born and beyond. She comes from a planet, another dimension named Nocturian, which is a kind of a parallel dimension to Earth. But it's not. It's a special place, like a gate between the planet Nocturian, but dimensionally, spiritually, it bonds to the planet Earth because they're so similar in terms of energy, except Nocturian is a bit more higher in frequency. And this dragon that I have with me is no less than my higher self. We all live at the same time in many dimensions, and we have different versions of ourselves in the lower frequencies and the higher frequencies. You know what I mean. Dragons are magical creatures, but they don't want to share the magic with everybody. They choose some people because they know their heart. They know they will not do wrong with their powers, because these powers are to cherish. They cannot be just landed to humans like that with no guidance. And my dragons is there to guide and protect me. She's an Asian, as you could have noticed, and she's very young. My dragon guardian is she's inexperienced and young, and she's learning just like I do. And for a while she thought she didn't want to be too much into my life for a while, because she said I had to develop myself as a wolf, because I'm a wolfkin. Remember, Nairobi is basically a wolf angel with wings, but it stays a wolf at heart. It's hard to describe. Okay, there's another video for that on my channel. Yes, the light. It is so pretty. The light is so pretty, she says. She wants to touch it. Yeah, but she has like an inner child in her, you know? She's that young. And it doesn't matter the age. I mean, the age isn't. She's so huge, okay? She's like cone trees huge, kind of. And she's so huge that I just go outside and she just surrounds me like that. And she's bigger than the forest and the house and the neighborhood around. And she. She is freaking huge and she hisses. She makes hiss sounds and she's so independent and young and distracted. And she agrees, apparently. I do have my defaults and I love my dragon a lot. But sometimes it's hard to understand each other since, well, I kind of closed the gate by accident a few years ago because I was going through really hard abusive stuff. And I had to start a life. Anyway, whoop! She tripped down. I don't even know what that means. I'm probably gonna understand that sign later. Always be aware of the sign the universe sends to you, and even if things that don't make sense to other people doesn't make you crazy or invalid. Sometimes your experiences are just very too unique for other people to relate or understand, so they just get confused. It goes, and sadly, you feel lonely, but just know that you're not. Whoever you are, whatever you are, your nature, you're not crazy. Dragons are playful, especially when they're young. They are born pure, light and white, mostly, but they have to grow on their own path, and it takes them kind of a lot of time to grow up and learn things. That's what I learned about from my dragon. As I was watching them high, the dragon magic master. He's so awesome. I love his accent so much. Okay, this is not my accent though. Hold on, my hand is burning. Trying to hold this cell phone for so long. So this is only my desk altar. Uh, I have also a bedroom altar with Chinese dragon that actually smoke incense. I have a snake, a real one, and she's just there. I don't know if we can see her little face, but you know what? I never really liked snakes in my life, and I tend to face my fears. And sometimes I try to connect to things that call to me, but I don't necessarily understand why. So once I bonded with a wild snake, and it made me want to have one, and I felt this connection to snakes. And later on, I saw on a YouTube video that the presence and connection to the snakes, that snakes were like animals you would see around if there was draconic presence. She must have seen my dragon and freak out. Oh, here she is. She's so cute. But that's not. She doesn't like to scare little creatures. Since she protects nature a lot and she loves little creatures. She's like a child. She's just like me. We have a dark and a good side, but we're no witches. We're just not witches. Like the only thing we do is having natural like energy, sensitivity, and influence on energy around us. So it might translate as witchery, but it's not magic. It's just just our energy doesn't come from this dimension, and it's way too powerful for that dimension and that thing. So we kind of interfere with stuff even if we don't want to, especially when our emotions are high. And yeah, I know this is kind of scary to say, but we can even receive the added dimension and translate them My wolf is like a portal between dimensions, and well, dragons, they have this natural ability to travel between dimensions since their ancestors and themselves have secluded themselves and the other magical creatures from the human lands back in medieval times, because humans and magic, dragons, everything was going out of control and they needed a way to protect themselves. While some dragons reincarnated into a dragon body, a human body, other dragons, they stayed in the wild, hidden, invisible in a very, very parallel dimension. And my house appears to be right between a portal, and my dragon kind of chose this place and really loved it. And she said, oh, she's alone, because each time I was alone outside in the wood, whatever, in my life, I always felt this very threatening presence. I thought it was evil, and I had so much doubts about her and everything. But with time, I will tell you everything about her in time, but you will understand dragons are very mystical, very mysterious creatures, and they are to be respected, as they are very intelligent creatures, very sensible. They need to be loved. You have to be devoted to them, in the sense that you must never close that gate between you and them, because sometimes your human life gets busy and your spirituality gets lower, but when you do that, you temporarily close the gate between you and the dragon. You have to find ways to reach out to your dragon a little bit every day, so you keep that connection going on. Dragons are like children. They're very distracted, a bit like ADHD style. They're very cool. Also very, very pure creatures. It doesn't make, like, there's so much sorts of types of dragons, because dragons, they're all born the same, but sometimes some come from void, sometimes others come from other dimensions and stuff, so they come out different. Some are more elemental, let's per se, for water or everything else, but most dragons, it's just like they can control elements in nature in general. So if you see the trees trying to say hi and talking to you, and there's like no wind in the street, yeah, there's a good chance there's a dragon trying to get your attention. So thank you for watching, and oh, I forgot to say, my dragon sometimes goes for sleep, and I did not know that at first. I was freaked out because sometimes I was going outside at night and she was there, so angry and so quiet. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I ended up realizing that she was sleeping after 9:30 o'clock in the afternoon. Turns out dragons sleep, so they're more physical than you might think. I think they're like exceptions to other entities, because they're actually physical, just not in our dimension, sorry, and they can actually communicate, because they're magic creatures and they can be gates between parallel dimensions. And sometimes they do manifest physically to you, they do show, but you should not expect that to happen, because it's so rare and it always comes from them, not from you. They will not show up like this. They need a reason, a good reason. They want you to be ready and stuff, and all worthy, and but they don't want you to feel lesser than they are. They just want the same kind of quality relationship you're looking for. They're looking for this quality relationship. I know I'm repeating myself, and you're tired. I should go now, but yeah. There are so many things that I will make other videos with time, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have a wonderful night, and my mystical friends. Ooh.